Hey, everybody, welcome to day 123 Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full time reseller supporting her family. All right, today we're going to talk about the wins. I hope you have some. All right, and all of the reasons we need to be celebrating them. So, today's quote at Motivation in Minutes was, "You can't win the day if you don't feel the day." As you get small wins in life, you have to integrate those wins into your identity and know that you're a strong person. I love this because we do a lot of talking in C chats with our C chatters about celebrating the small wins. And what that does is it provides you motivation. Like, you need to stop and you need to celebrate when something goes right and just really embrace that. I didn't think about it so much as making you stronger, but I'm pretty sure it does that in addition to provides motivation. So I love this quote because it kind of put a new perspective on something that we talk about a lot. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to link up a video that we did on motivation and different ways, if you're lacking in motivation, that you can kind of like kickstart things for yourself. So linked up. It'll be in the show notes. It'll be at the end of this video. So go ahead, watch it if you are lacking in motivation, or watch it because you don't want to lose your motivation. Because I think it's something we all struggle with, especially those of us that work, by ourselves or alone. And yeah, some days it's hard to motivate yourself. Some weeks it's hard to motivate yourself, but you're not alone in this. And there are different tips, tricks and hacks you can use to kind of spark that motivation. So watch the video. And the reason I was looking kind of into this a little bit was, number one, for my book. Number two was because last night I realized I was looking at an old photo from a couple years ago, because it was yesterday. I mentioned it was the homecoming day for our chihuahuas we had adopted a couple years ago. And I was looking at the picture, and I put it on Facebook and shared it with my kids and everything. And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I have literally never celebrated the fact that over the past year and a half, I have completely rebuilt my life. I've spent so much time and energy on the business and talking about the business and getting it up and running, and that was all part of the move and all of that. I didn't stop to celebrate the win of having just rebuilt my life, and I felt like it was almost from scratch. The life I had, a year and a half, 2, 3 years ago, from when I was looking at this picture, is to totally different. It's like a different life. It's like somebody else was living it. So, yeah, I really wanted to stop and celebrate that win, that I have completely rebuilt my life in a new location. Um, with a new home. I haven't built the home, but everything inside of it, and just restructuring everything. And that is a huge, huge accomplishment. And I need to celebrate that win. And it was great at Motivation in Minutes this morning, because one of the things I did when rebuilding my life was to make sure I was surrounding myself with the right people, the people I wanted to share the wins with. Because in the past, I there were lots of people around me that I would not celebrate the wins with. I can tell you for certain that I would never have, my old self before I rebuilt would never have shared this with you, with the people at Motivation in Minutes, with anybody. I would never say, "I'm really proud and I have this real big win and I want to celebrate it." And it was because I was surrounding myself with the wrong people, the people that weren't happy for me, the people that weren't uplifting. They were there in times of need, or when times were things weren't going so well. If I was in a period of struggling with something, yeah, there were people there that were like, "Oh, yeah, it's not so bad." But when I had a win, um, the response was absolutely not the same. It was very dismissive. Um, there was a lot of passive aggressiveness, and that's on me, because those are the people I surrounded myself with. I'm not complaining about, anybody's reaction. That is all on me. That is, I was not setting the appropriate boundaries, and you should be around people that want to support your wins. So really, sharing that this morning was a really, really big deal, because that is a true win, that I now have people around me and in my life that are genuinely happy for me and want to celebrate those things with me, the same as I want to celebrate their wins, and I want to see them succeed. And I don't know, it was just it was a very big deal for me, a win in and of itself, that I feel comfortable even coming on here and saying this. Hey, I have a win. I really want to celebrate it. I'm really proud of the fact that I have, rebuilt my life. And we all went around and we shared a win. And we're always talking about celebrating the small wins. For me, this is not a small win. This is a gigantic, enormous, life-changing win. And I'm so happy that, there are people there to share it with me. So thank you to everybody that has shared it, or if you're watching this video and sharing in that. I just truly appreciate it. And remember, and go ahead, put in the comments a win you had today, yesterday. I don't care what it is. There were all sorts. It could be something little, like in those moments where we're not feeling motivated or we're feeling down. Sometimes we have to grasp, like, I had the most delicious cup of coffee this morning to wake up, and that was a win. I did something different brewing my coffee. It doesn't have to be, a sane and a huge win like I'm talking about now. It's those little things, and it keeps us moving forward, and it does breed gratitude. And yeah, I want you guys to celebrate your wins. I'd love it if you put it in the comments and let me know what it is, so I can celebrate with you, because that just makes me happy. It brings me a lot of joy to see other people celebrating their wins and embracing that mindset. All right. And one of those wins, I hope, is the fact that you guys have been resetting to zero mostly on a daily basis. I've done it every day because I'm, obsessive like that. But, these people have been along on the journey and resetting to zero, making sure their workspace is ready for the morning almost every single day. And I really want to celebrate that win with you, because if you think about life before you were resetting to zero, I guarantee your attitude was much different when you came into your workspace in the morning. So, all right, I want to celebrate these people and the win of them resetting to zero. Jill of Rusted Truck Relics, Jason, the Santee Swapper, Char, Fabulous Flamingos, Kathy, Singz, Nick, Mr. C Chats, Vanessa, Brightest Holidays, the Diabetic Reseller, Judith R, and Pam of Whimsy and Such. Great job, guys. All right, so we did not meet our sales goal today, just in case you were wondering. We've had 2 days, but that's all right, because we had some huge wins, and they are way more important than a sales number for a couple of days. So I will see you on day 124. Remember, celebrate those wins. I am going to just read this for you one more time. You can't win the day if you don't feel the day. As you get small wins in life, you have to integrate those wins into your identity and know that you're a strong person. All right. And again, I'm linking up the video in the show notes and at the end here. So go watch that if you are struggling with motivation. Everybody, have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.